Are you new to Medicare due to either turning 65 or to a disability if you're under 65? Or are you already on Medicare? Whichever your situation is, then in this video, there is something for you. After 14 years and helping several thousand people, I have learned a lot about Medicare, but I can tell you right now, I still learn new things about Medicare almost every single week. In this video, I'm going to let you know what I think are just 8 of the most surprising or critical things you really need to know about Medicare despite your current Medicare status. Are there a lot more things to know? For sure, but here's 8 to start with. Hi, I'm Chris Prang, the Medicare analyst, licensed insurance agent in 14 states, and I am based out of Charlottesville, Virginia. Maximizing your Medicare should be important to you. My goal is to help people like you make a wise and confident decision about all of your Medicare choices, not some of them, so that you can protect your income, your assets, your savings, and your health. Before I get started, if today is your birthday, then a very happy birthday to you. Decimus Magnus Ausonius said, "Let us never know what old age is. Let us know the happiness time brings, not count the years." And be sure to see my health tip at the end of this video. So number 1, be sure to sign up on time to avoid coverage gaps and penalties. If you want full Medicare A and B at 65, then you can sign up during your initial enrollment period starting 3 months before you turn 65 and up to 3 months after you turn 65. You can do so by going to the Social Security website or into your local Social Security office if you have one nearby. It's possible that Medicare will just send you a card 3 to 6 months before you turn 65. If you are past 65 and have delayed Part B because you stayed on group insurance and are now retiring or losing the group insurance, you can sign up anytime while you are still covered by the group health plan. You will want your group health plan to end ideally at the end of the month and your Medicare Part B to start the first of the following month. Example, group coverage ends June 30th, Medicare Part B starts July 1st. If you have an HSA, you must stop contributing 6 months before Part A starts. Number 2, Medicare is not free. So here are your costs and options. Part A is typically premium free, providing you have paid into the system for 40 quarters. Part B is $174.70 a month in 2024 and projected to be about $185 in 2025. Then you have IRMA, the income-related monthly adjustment amount. If your income exceeds $103,000 for an individual or $206,000 for a couple, then you'll pay an increased premium on both Part B and Part D. Yes, you can appeal this with Social Security. Part C is Medicare Advantage. If you choose this route, premiums can range anywhere from $0 per month to over $100 depending on where you live. You will have to deal with networks. Choose a plan that has a large, stable, nationwide network. You must check to make sure your providers are in the plan's network. If you need access to certain specialty hospitals, I'd say forget Medicare Advantage in most cases unless there's a Medicare Advantage plan aligned to that specialty hospital. Example, Cleveland Clinic is a specialty hospital. They have a co-branded Medicare Advantage plan with Humana. You will have the potential for significant out-of-pocket costs should you have a serious health issue. So pick a plan with a low maximum out-of-pocket, not for the extra benefits like dental, vision, hearing, grocery cards, etc. You will have the potential for prior approval or benefit denials, and hopefully that is getting better. Granted, under original Medicare, there are prior approvals, but when you are Medicare Advantage, because it's more managed care, they can say, well, maybe you really don't need that procedure. So what I do is I review all this with you when we talk and come up with a plan for your Medicare options. If you do go with Medicare Advantage, realize that a Medicare supplement does not work with Medicare Advantage. I can tell you many horror stories of people that had a Medicare supplement and made the mistake of calling one of those wonderful 800 number Medicare ads on TV or from a mailer and ended up with a Medicare Advantage plan and weren't told they couldn't use their supplement, and they kept paying the premium without having any benefit from it. Part D is a Medicare prescription drug plan. They can range from $0 per month to over $100 depending, again, on where you live. You want to find the lowest overall cost drug plan. The high premium plans are typically not the best drug coverage for the majority of people. I help you with this during your enrollment process. Even if you don't take any medications, it is wise to get a drug plan to avoid future penalties and lack of coverage should you suddenly need an expensive medication. Medicare supplement premiums vary by the plan you pick, which I recommend sticking with the G, the N, or the high deductible G, the state, and even the area within the state in which you live, your age, your gender, tobacco use, your height and weight. In some states like New York, supplements are truly community rated and everyone, regardless of age and gender, pays the same amount. In most states, you get one chance to get a Medicare supplement guaranteed, and that's from 65 to 65 and a half or within 6 months of getting Part B. So if you have health issues, get it while you can. But to give you some very general idea, the Plan G averages about $125 per month across the country for those turning 65. You can see my video here where I showed the premiums for every single state capital. The Plan N is typically about 10 to 25% less than the Plan G, but be careful, some insurance companies actually charge you more for the Plan N, and no, I am not kidding. A high deductible G can be 50 to 75% less than a regular Plan G. If you would like a rate quote for a Medicare supplement, then please reach out to me either by phone or through one of my contact forms on my website. Number 3, don't miss out on financial help. There are numerous resources and options if you can't afford your prescriptions or co-payments. Medicaid, if your income is low enough. Then there's Extra Help, also known as LIS, Low Income Subsidy from Social Security for lower drug costs. You can get financial assistance from your local hospital, depending on your income and your asset status. That could be very helpful. Your state health insurance program might be of help. If you have VA benefits, that could be very helpful to you. Let me tell you a story about a gentleman that I met with about 10 years ago. I had met with him and his wife previously on 2 other occasions, and the number one topic during those meetings was the cost of their medications. Both were diabetics. Both had insulin. At that time, insulin was not cheap, and they were paying thousands of dollars a year out of their pocket. I went over everything I possibly could with them to help them out. This time, he had to change his plan, and his wife had recently passed away. As we're doing the enrollment, and I ask him for his Medicare card, he's flipping through all of his cards, and what do I see? I see a VA card that he has. I had no idea he had it. He never told me that he had VA benefits. Here's the thing with the VA. Instead of spending thousands of dollars with his VA benefits, he could have got his insulin for much less. $9, $10 a month is what he would have ended up paying for that. Thankfully, I saw the card and he was able to use the VA benefits from there on out. All right, what else? The American Diabetes Association and the American Heart Association. Do not hesitate to reach out to them if you have diabetes or if you have a chronic heart condition, because they do offer help in some cases. Number 4, Medicare covers preventative services for free. Cancer screenings, colonoscopies, bone mass measurements, cardiovascular screenings and therapy, alcohol, tobacco and obesity counseling or therapy, vaccines, depression and mental health screenings as well. So take advantage of those. Many people miss out on those free screenings that could help them or help them find something that's wrong with them that they can do something about. Number 5, if you have more than one home location and or you travel frequently throughout the United States and even internationally, you want the most portable and flexible plan you can get. Typically that means original Medicare plus a Medicare supplement. Sometimes Medicare Advantage, but you have to be careful with those. Number 6, don't call the 800 number Medicare ads you see on TV. Find a good independent agent broker that works with multiple insurance companies. Unless you want to be pushed into a Medicare Advantage plan and have no clue whether what they gave you is truly best for you. Number 7, Medicare is only part of your full retirement insurance solution. I have come up with what I call the Retirement Insurance Solutions Pyramid. Medicare is the foundation and builds from there in order of importance for most people. Your next things that you need to consider are the possibility of getting long-term care insurance, what we call longevity insurance, meaning outliving your money, and so annuities can be vital for some people, life insurance in certain cases, and then supplemental benefits like dental, which almost everyone wants dental. There is no great dental plan, unfortunately, that I have ever found. If I had, almost everyone would want it. However, you can find a decent plan that will cover your preventative services, some basic services, and sometimes comprehensive services like crowns and root canals. But your cap is very limited, typically $1,000 to $2,000 per year. My suggestion, check with your dentist to find out which insurance companies they are in network with and go from there. Vision, rarely worth it unless you need new or expensive lenses every single year. Cancer and/or a critical illness policy you could consider. If you are concerned about developing cancer and you may want alternative options for treatment, then you might want to consider a cancer policy. And number 8, you need to think long term. You may only have one chance to get the coverage that is best for your long-term health care needs. Ask yourself, which plan would I want that I could afford if I had a serious health issues? And there you have it, the 8 surprising or critical things you really need to know about Medicare. If you have any questions about what I have just gone over, or when you want help maximizing your healthcare coverage and making a wise decision when it comes to all of your Medicare insurance options, and you live in one of the states that I'm licensed in, then by all means, please feel free to reach out to me either by phone or through one of my contact forms on my website. We will have an open and honest conversation about your healthcare needs, your philosophies, and your budget, and I will do my best to answer all your questions and concerns. Once we determine what is best for your unique needs and budget, I will enroll you in the plan or the plans of your choice, and of course, be available down the road for your support. If you want to stay up to date and gain more insight on maximizing your Medicare insurance, then please consider subscribing. And who do you know who may benefit from this info? Please share it with them. One last thing, when it comes to your health and well-being, have you considered high-intensity interval training, aka HIIT? There are many benefits to seniors who do HIIT. Here are a few. It improves cardiovascular health, it improves metabolic health, it reduces fat and builds muscle, it improves the brain, the mind, and your memory, and it lowers your risk of dementia. HIIT is relatively easy and inexpensive to start. You can do it right in your own home, just like I do, without any equipment. Give it some consideration and check with your healthcare professional if need be. That's it for today. I'm Chris Prang, the Medicare analyst. Make it a really great day.